Welcome to Keep It Off. Today we have a really good one for you. A few weeks back we did a video where we kind of did a versus. We did Flexible Dieting Lifestyles Cheesecake versus Remington's Cheesecake. So today what we're going to do is we're going to merge the best elements of each of those cheesecakes into one. And hopefully we get ourselves an amazing cheesecake. My name is Tommy and I'm on my own weight loss journey. I've lost well over 200 pounds and I am not at my goal yet. So if you like videos just like this, where we have recipes, recipe reviews, and just cover the whole gamut of dieting lifestyle, then please consider subscribing to Keep It Off, because we got a whole lot more in store for you. Let's go!
Get strong.
So for this recipe, you're gonna need fat-free cream cheese, vanilla extract, Oreo thins, Oreo O's cereal, fat-free Greek yogurt, whey protein powder. We're using that HTLT vanilla peanut butter. Amazing. A 0-calorie sweetener. We're using Splenda. Okay, so first thing we're gonna work on is our crust. We need 80 grams of cereal. We're gonna get that weighed out and we're gonna blend that so we can get that ground up. Now, I'm gonna be making 2 of these 6-inch springform pans. The measurements that I'm calling out is to make 1, and then I'm just gonna be doing everything twice. For example, we're gonna weigh out 80 grams of the cereal, and that's enough for 1 6-inch springform pan. So I'm just gonna be doing that twice because I'm making 2. Okay, so now that we have our 80 grams of cereal weighed out, we're gonna get that into the blender. You're looking for a nice powdery consistency. That's how we're gonna get our crust. I'm gonna pour that back into the mixing bowl. All right, so we've got our 2 mixing bowls, each with 80 grams of the Oreo O's cereal. And now we're gonna get our Greek yogurt going. Put 114 grams of Greek yogurt in each bowl because I am making 2 cakes. So now that we have 114 grams in each, all we gotta do is get this nice and mixed. The cereal sticks to the yogurt and it makes it very doughy. When you mix it up well, there's no cereal anywhere. The cereal sticks really well to the yogurt. See here, it's got a real nice dough consistency. Now, Remington initially used this cereal for not only the crust, but he used it for the topping. I think that was a mistake. We're aiming to remedy that mistake because FDL's topping was way more effective. Remington's topping of the cereal just got really like soggy with time, and considering you have to let the cheesecake sit in the fridge for 24 hours, that's what's recommended. So now that we've got our 2 doughs kind of prepped, we're gonna spray the springform pan just for good measure, and then we're gonna mold it out, get it in the oven on 400 degrees for 10 minutes. So you're gonna want to just massage that crust down and mold it to the shape of the springform pan. I recommend using a spatula. Remington in his video, he used a spoon. I know he's a lot more skilled than we are. I don't find that to be very effective. This really molds it well, and I feel like this applies more even pressure. See that? So as of filming this video, it's the 22nd of December. I've got some family coming over on the 24th. My intention is to try to trick them into thinking this is store-bought. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but my dad and my father-in-law really need to reduce the amount of sugar they intake, and they love cheesecake. So I thought this might be a good experiment and see if these anabolic foods can satisfy the non-anabolic person. We've got our crusts. We're gonna get them into the oven on 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Now we're gonna work on the actual cheesecake. Got our crust in the oven. While that's heating up, we should start getting the actual base ready. 20 grams of splenda, 82 grams of the HTLT vanilla peanut butter. So I'm gonna mix the sweetener and the whey protein powder together, and then we'll start getting our wet ingredients in there. Now we will start with our wet ingredients. We're gonna get 298 grams of fat-free cream cheese. Just a little bit more is needed. We're at 272 grams and we need 298. 298. So our timer just went off. I'm gonna pull those springforms out of the oven. After I pull them out of the oven, I'm just gonna let them sit on the side and cool. They're looking good though. They're looking like a brownie. Now we gotta get our yogurt in there. We need yogurt and vanilla extract. So it's 7 grams of vanilla extract. Let's do that first. And now for the yogurt, we need 226 grams of yogurt in each one. Don't sleep on the fat-free yogurt. This stuff is so versatile. You never taste it, but boy, does it give it a lot of creaminess, the texture. $225.5, $225.6, that's good enough. I believe we have all our ingredients in there. Now we just need to mix it up. I'm gonna be using the hand mixer. Last time when I used the hand mixer, it did a really good job. I don't wanna get everything everywhere, but I'm gonna try to be very delicate. So, guys, this smells delicious. That looks so creamy. Kind of afraid of mixing in that other bowl. It's a little bit smaller. I'm gonna change it to a bigger bowl and do my best to not lose ingredients. All right, guys, now comes the fun part. Let's get some Oreos. So now that we've got our insides all mixed up, and we've got 2 of them, it's time for some Oreos. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 4 Oreos in each. We're gonna crush it up, mix it in. And then we're gonna put 3 more Oreos on top. 4 and 4. So we're gonna crush them up, get them inside, mix it in the batter, so that way we can get some Oreo goodness when we're eating our cheesecake. So 4 Oreos are already crushed in this one. Now let's crush 4 and put them in this one. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. I'm gonna try to get a reaction from my father-in-law and my father tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to film that. I don't know if they'll wanna be on camera. Well, not tomorrow, on Christmas Eve when they eat it. I hope they will allow me to film it, but we'll see. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Will it be a success or are we gonna fail? Because I know I'm gonna like it because I understand that it's not a cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I get that, but I would feel way worse eating a cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory because I don't even think this whole cake is gonna have the amount of calories that one slice of that has. All right, let's get these inside the springforms and bake these up. Wish we could eat them tonight. These crusts feel very, very nice. Very nice. All right, you just want to kind of get it jiggling and let gravity do its thing. Kind of level this thing out a little bit. Those air pockets out of there. Okay, so before we top it, let's fill the other springform and then we'll top it. Okay, so apparently the camera died because it's too hot, which sucks because you didn't see. I put 3 cookies on each of these. We have them formed as best we can in our spring forms. Now we're gonna get them in the oven, 350 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. We just want this top to brown just a little bit and then we're gonna pull them out. 350 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. We just want a nice golden brown on the top of the cakes. I'm gonna come back in 20 and check on them. So it took about 23 to 24 minutes and I start seeing it golden brown along the sides. So I pulled it out because the last thing we want is to dry it out. We want it to be nice and moist when we eat it. To be continued. We're gonna let it cool down. I have these, I got this from the local supermarket. I went to the bakery section and asked them how to properly store the cheesecake and if there was something I could purchase. And the lady pulled these out from the back and she goes, no, just throw them in here and throw them in your fridge, they'll be fine. So I've got these cool little trays and I'm hoping that this is gonna help to deceive my dad and my father-in-law, help with the case that this is retail bought cheesecake. Okay, so we've allowed the cheesecake to settle in the fridge. Before we cut into this and do our taste test, let's go over the numbers. Okay, so in one slice of this cheesecake, you get 171 calories, 17.6 grams of protein, and only 20.4 net carbs. Not too bad. So even if you had 2 slices of cheesecake, we're talking 342 calories. I think most people could probably afford that. Let's cut in here and let's see, is it all worth it? First thoughts, I love the way the consistency of it looks. I think it looks pretty darn amazing. Let's see. All right. Replacing that cereal topping with the cookie topping really made an improvement. Leaving the crust with that cereal base, that actually is perfect. I think it gives it a nice texture. Now we also have some cookies mixed into the cheesecake, into the actual filling, the cake portion itself, which is also very nice. It breaks it up, adds more of that real Oreo flavor, right? That's good. That's really good. Considering that a slice of Oreo cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory is like 10 times the calories, this is the way to go. I think one slice of this cheesecake has like 12 grams of sugar as opposed to like well over 100 grams of sugar in a slice of Oreo cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I would definitely recommend you try this recipe. Give this one a shot. This is a good one. This one's a keeper. I did share some of this cheesecake with my family over the holiday. The feedback was that they enjoyed it. Quite a few of them had more than one slice as we made 2 different pies.
Very good.
What do you think?
Delicious.
Delicious?
Yep. It's good though, Tom. Hey, how it goes.
So this is like a diet cake. What do you think, Dad?
How'd you make the thing on the crust?
You would eat this again?
Yeah. How'd you make the crust on the bottom?
The crust on the bottom is made from cereal. What can I say? I think this one is a winner. Is it as good as cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory? No. Not even close. However, 171 calories versus 2,000 plus calories for just a slice. I'll go this route all day long. This is a very good cake, and it's going to be able to curb that craving. If you do have that sweet tooth craving, this is gonna meet that, in my opinion. I definitely recommend you try this. If you do try this, please tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see your creation and how successful you are in making this cake. You know, these cheesecakes can be very pretty, final products, and sometimes not so pretty. So I'd love to see that. If you thought this video was helpful, please like, comment, and please consider subscribing to keep it off, as we have a whole lot more in store for you. And remember, get it off and keep it off. Peace.
Be strong.